I'm Brandi Tyree. I'm a fourth grade teacher at La Mesa Elementary in Plainview, Texas, and this is how I do attendance every day. Each card has a student's name on it in my class, and on the other side it says La Mesa Leader. In fourth grade at La Mesa we stress a lot about leadership, and so it's just a way for them to reinforce being a leader every day when they come in. So when a child comes in the door, they come over, they find their name, they simply turn it over to where it says La Mesa Leader, and then it's an easy check for me and for the child who has the attendance job every day to look over here and say, oh, this child is absent today, and it's an easy check and it makes attendance last that long. And then at the end of every day, that same child who has that job turns it over so that the names are facing forward so it's ready to go for the next day. I do it this way because the students that are my inclusion students, it's a very good check for them to reinforce what their name looks like every day. They have to come in, they have to find their name, and they have to learn the task of turning it over. They too will have that job one day of checking attendance, so it's a way for them to just practice doing it every day when they're coming in the door. It also sets a routine for those kids because those kids really need a routine, and I try to keep their routine the same every day for them. So this is just an easy way for them to make sure that they're here. They mark it off their list every morning that they check their attendance, and then they know they can go sit down. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, Colby. Good morning. Have a good day. Hi, friend.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Backpack was in the first grade.
Really? Are you here today?
Yeah.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Hey, girly. How are ya? Good. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Where's it at?
Hey, Cha-Cha. How are you?
Ooh. No, I got it. Oh, wait.
How are ya? The second step that every child that comes into my room does is to tell me what they're going to have for lunch. Our lunch choices this year have expanded to where every day a child will have 2 entree choices, a sandwich choice, and a salad choice. And then on Thursdays, they can choose hamburger or cheeseburger. So with 22 kids coming into class and them trying to yell out, I want this, I want that, it's mass chaos. And for students, our inclusion students, it's overload and it's too much for them. So an easy way for us to do lunch and get it done very quickly is if they come in, I have it color coded. One entree is highlighted with blue, so they know if they want that entree, they simply move their name over to the blue tray. If they want the entree that's highlighted in orange, all they have to do is move it to the orange. If they choose they want salad, they can go to, sandwich or salad, they can put their choices there. Or if they bring their lunch or anything like that. Again, for an inclusion student, it reinforces finding their name, what it looks like. And then we have a job that is lunch count person. That person will come over and say, Miss Tyree, we have so many blue trays. We have so many orange trays today. And then that student will take the lunch count to the cafeteria. Students that are in here that are for inclusion also have this job ever so many weeks. So it's a good way, an easy pictorial way for them to see what I'm talking about. Because I can say to that student, and I may have to guide it a little bit more than I would one of the other students, but I can say, how many blue trays are there today? And they can simply count the names to give me a count for the blue tray. So it makes it easy and fast for both regular and inclusion students. Lunch count. Brendan Dunning. Oh, need you in my life.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 blue. Odyssey, Kyler.
Oh.
5 salad, 2 sandwich, and 5 home.
Okay, so that's 10, 13, and 5, that'd be 18. All right, my friends. This is our daily schedule. It is just simply on some note cards that have been laminated and taped to my whiteboard so that I can easily change it and manipulate it if during the year, which it's inevitable, that we need to change something due to inclusion classes or resource classes or something because of other teachers. So it's all movable so I can change it. I do it from top to bottom so that those students that are here with inclusion, it's easy for them to read. It also has an icon that represents what it is, like the math has numbers and addition, subtraction signs, language arts has writing and all of that, recess is a swing set. Easily identifiable icons that go with the part of the day that we're going to do. Then I kind of personalize it by each day, or the night before, I write out exactly what those students are going to be doing in this every day. So it's a good check for regular ed students and my inclusion students to be able to see exactly what they're going to do throughout the day. My inclusion students do normally have a personal schedule so that because sometimes within here they may be doing math, but they may be going to a resource room at one point in the day and inclusion in here for another part of the day. So their schedule will look really similar to this. Some of it may be in different orders for them, but they will at least have the same kind of schedule and easy to read. This is my class job chart, and on it is the name of the job and then the name of the student. It's all removable so that I can change students' names each week. They do their job for 1 week, and then they rotate to another job. This gives a child a chance to do every job in the class several times throughout the year. I have a job for every student in my classroom because I don't want them to not have a chance to have a job. And for some inclusion students, it's very important that they have a task to do every day. And so when it's on their schedule and it says do your job, then they have a place to come and know exactly what it is. I use icons. Most of them some were printed off board makers, some were printed off the internet, just to go with, like the greeter, we have handshaking, just so that it's a good icon for them to figure out what they're supposed to do with that job. If they have trouble being able to read greeter, they can look at the picture and know what they're supposed to do. All of the inclusion kids are also put into this, and if it's a job that's a little difficult, then I pair them up with another student that can help them and assist them in the job to get it done.